What's up, peeps? I'm back. This is Kimberly Purpoz and welcome to my channel. Today I want to do another relationship video. I wanted to do a video that I saw on YouTube, and I found out as a life coach or someone here in Atlanta that did a blog, and she wrote down that she think black women should date bisexual men. And I want to I wanted to go into details of what I think and how I feel about that particular topic. I was very, very, very pissed off when I found out about it, because I think that was a horrible advice to give any woman in general, African American women, to date a bisexual man. Me personally, I don't think black women should settle. I don't think a black woman should put up with me dating a bisexual man, because it puts her at risk of catching HIV and AIDS. Why on earth would someone want to date someone like that? Bisexual men, to me, I believe, are very confused and don't know what they want. They flip-flop and they're very whorish, and they sleep around with a lot of men. They sleep around with women. They double dip between men and women all the time, and they spread diseases. They're a cesspool for diseases. So if a woman knows a man is bisexual, y'all can know my opinion about it and my views on it. I even have an advice, a video that I did a while back about bisexual men, because I did a story time. I don't know if you all are familiar with my channel or seen the video, but y'all might want to check it out. I did a video called I think it was called, it's a story time, and it said something about an interlude, an attraction, an interlude, or something like that. I can't give you the name of it, but I'll put a link below. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's a video that I had put down about when I met this guy at the grocery store, and I was really happy because I thought he was attractive. He's very good looking, and he approached me. And when he approached me, I looked down at his fingernails. They were French manicured, and I could tell right off the top of the head and off the top that he was bisexual. So, his nails look 10 times better than mine. But anyway, you can check that video out. That's a great video, and I also give you tips at the end of the video how to identify whether or not a guy is gay, or bisexual. Down here in Atlanta, I'm pretty, I'm used to seeing that, working in the counseling business, and healthcare field. We see gays and bisexuals and transgenders all the time. But I do believe that straight black women needs to, even lesbian black women who are bisexual, need to protect themselves from catching HIV. And like I said, it's just not wise to date someone knowingly that they are bisexual. And I know that a lot of men that are bisexual lie a lot and be down low and don't tell the truth. Look at Bishop Eddie Longs and what he did to his wife. He just passed away a while ago, supposedly from cancer, and supposedly his lover that he had, that is supposedly, I believe she's transgender woman. I think he messed with him before he became a transgender or whatever. I'm not sure if he's transgender or gay, but don't take my word for it. I'm not sure. But anyway, his lover all of a sudden has cancer too. So I guess, so whatever disease it is, or condition, or it might not even be disease, it might be cancer, but whatever health issues they may have, he put his wife in jeopardy of catching or getting whatever he got from the different men that he slept with. So, and sometimes I know that that's extremely selfish, very self-absorbed. If you're bisexual, why put a woman in at risk if that's how you are. I prefer a person to be straight up and honest and tell the truth. But I think it's also important for ladies to identify the warning signs. And if you check out my video that I did a while back, I went into some of the details of some of the things I know and what to look for when identifying a guy that's gay or transgender. Nowadays is really hard to tell. But personally, I think it's awful, awful, awful to give advice like that. That's why I have a problem with a lot of life coaches who give health and wellness advice without having any kind of credential backing them. You know, if she actually understand health and everything, or actually had any type of training, she would never give anyone that kind of advice like that, especially with the epidemic down here in Atlanta. Because there's a high incidence of bisexual and gay men catching HIV, and then they spreading it over to women. And also, I know this. They mentioned too, I know on Christian channel, she also mentioned that the life coach said that since it's a double standard, that for lesbians to be able to date straight guys, then maybe it's black women need to be accepting of bisexual men and just date them just so they can be with a black man or African American man. And I just think it's wrong, and it's very poor advice, and it's just health wise, it's just not good advice to give anyone, and made me wonder what her credentials are in giving that kind of advice to people. Yeah. So ladies, people who give you that kind of advice, please research it. It's definitely an epidemic, especially among African Americans, of catching HIV and AIDS due to sleeping with bisexual men, down low men. And it's good to protect yourself and try to avoid that type of situation. That's why I always suggest to open up your options, your playing field. Your options of better quality of men by dating outside your race. Everybody else is doing it, so why can't we? Up your game, up your standards, because you deserve it. Everybody deserves to find the right mate. And a lot of times, I think African American women, I meant to say, not men, tend to settle because they try to date within their race because there's so much pressure. I don't know why, among people, especially black men, for black women to stay with them while they go and run around and do whatever they want to do, and we just sit here and put up with it. No, because we put up with a lot of abuse. I know that a lot of black women put up with a lot of abuse. We put up a lot of physical, domestic, physical abuse all the time, and we deserve a lot better than what we get. So no, I do not agree with black women dating bisexual men at all, and I don't think it's a double standards, because research has shown that lesbian women relationships have a lower instance of catching HIV in comparison to bisexual men or gay men sleeping with each other. And the numbers don't lie. They just don't. Research don't lie. Anyway, I don't take that back. Some research does, but numbers don't. But anyway, I just don't agree with it. I think that black women should up their standards and not settle and not put up with that, because black men need to step it up and stop trying to act like women and be gay. I think a lot of the problems with the gay issue is stemming from being raised from single homes, but I think it's a cop-out excuse for men to keep on blaming women for stuff, especially when this is a male-dominated society. It's always ruled by men worldwide. So men need to take accountability for what they do wrong and stop shifting the blame, because why are you in charge then if you can't handle it? That's all I have to say. But anyway, if you're in charge, you don't have no excuse. Leaders don't, real men and leaders who are men, don't blame females that they supposed to be the dominant one over, who usually are, because with the pay, y'all making more money, running businesses, being executives or whatever, owning shit. I'm sorry, excuse my friend, don't mean to cuss, but always having money and everything, and making sure women stay broke, taking care of children and keeping them pregnant, especially with this new presidency. That's a whole nother ball game. Trying to take away parenthood to keep women broke and poor, because forcing women to have children that they, society is not going to help them. And don't force men to take care of their responsibilities, because men, all they have to do is just walk and be free and do whatever, while the woman's tied down. Everybody know that having children and raising them is a money guzzler. I love children, don't get me wrong, but it costs. It takes a lot of money and resources to raise a child. It just does. And so, makes women tend, that's the main reason why women tend to be poorer than men and don't tend to have as much money. And if men got money and power, it's no excuse. Really, it's not. There's no excuse for y'all to sit up here and say that's a woman's fault when it's yours. Men, take responsibility. That's all I have to say. Take responsibility and do your job and do your role. And if you know you bisexual, you know good and well you don't need to be sleeping around with women, not telling them and putting them at risk. That's very selfish. It's just evil, pure evil. That you're willing to put someone at risk of catching a deadly disease for your own personal thrill, cheap thrill. So, yeah, black women don't need to be dating bisexual men. Bisexual men need to know what they are. And if you have a history or had a history of being bisexual, you need to let that woman know ahead of time, so she knows to get your ass tested with HIV, tested to see if you have it. It's just plain and simple. That's just how it is. How it should be. Black women should not sink for that. Not fall for that. And tolerate it, because it's BS. It's just a ploy to try to keep us tied down to one group of men that we know that we need more, and it's a lot of stuff that contributes to this, the cycles of racism, from, like I said, from slavery. Men were constantly pulled away from their, families were constantly separated from the children. It's usually the woman with the kids, and the men are constantly separated from the children. Still, and that's hundreds and hundreds of years that's been passed down from generation to generation, and it's a chronic problem among blacks in general. But it's something that is going to require a black man to put their foot down and be leaders and stop being punk as, excuse my French, bitches. I'm sorry. You're not a lady, you're a man. Act like one. And that's all I have to say. So no, we don't need to be settling like that. No, we need real men. And it's not our fault that this happened, because men had, if man didn't leave his woman and not take care of his kids like he's supposed to, and be a real father, this would have never happened in the first place. And men need to take accountability for their own actions. And that's why some of the guys might be some of the things that's causing men to be bisexual or gay, and then also going into the prisons at high number rates and being insulted in prison and confusing them. That might be another contributing factor as to why this is happening. But no, black women should not put up with that, and no, that's BS. And no, we deserve a lot better than that. We're good, and we're too good to be, we're black men's treasure. They just don't want other people to see it by putting us down and making it look like we are not good, and we always put, if that's the case, then why are you so concerned about us dating outside our race? Why are you so concerned about us, opening up our options? The reason why is because you can't keep on shitting on us, and, bashing us like that, because we're not going to put up with it. We're going to explore our options. So, no. Black women, no, please, sisters, don't settle for that, and please don't listen to that life coach. She don't know what the hell she's talking about. No, nobody, no black woman should put herself, her health at risk of dating a bisexual man knowingly. And if she can investigate further without sleeping with him and just make sure he's not like that, you know, that's best. I mean, I got into a point where I prefer not to even date here in Atlanta too much with all these down low brothers out here. You know, you just don't know. That's why I be by myself. Or I date outside my race, you know, somewhere from another state, not down here in Atlanta, because, you know, it's just too much going on down here. You know, it's just all over. So I just, like I said, women, please don't listen to this lady. I'm not listening to her. And I hope every black woman realize that this is not something that we should put up with. We've been putting up with it for too long, and it's time that we enlighten ourselves and explore other options, especially with us trying to better ourselves and do the best thing that we could do with our education career. Because statistics are already showing that black women are excelling and doing a lot better in careers and getting education and doing well for themselves. And you know, we deserve to have a mate that is honest and know his orientation and not gay. So I don't think, no, straight women don't have no business being with a bisexual man. That's just my take on it. So I would love to hear what you have to say. Your comments, please leave your comments below. I know I went on and on. You know, I'm a chatterbox, but this issue really hit a chord with me, and yeah, really did. So I want thumbs up. Please thumbs up this video, like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace. Bye bye.